I'm joined tonight by Senator Robert Menendez of New Jersey, a member of the Senate Finance Committee. Senator, lots to talk about tonight, but first let's start with New Jersey politics. I mean, if you listen to the tape and see this man's presentation, you'd think that Steve Lonegan is the Ted Cruz of the North. How dangerous is his thought process for what we need to accomplish in this country?
Well, we don't need another senator of that thinking. Look, I think Lonegan is running for Rush Limbaugh's job, not the late Senator Lautenberg's job, and he is totally out of the mainstream of New Jersey thinking. This is the ultimate Tea Partier, someone who doesn't believe in the federal government's role in creating opportunity and education, in Medicare, in all of those essential things that in America we've come to understand can create opportunity for average citizens and help them fulfill their hopes and dreams and aspirations. Are
you surprised that he has closed the gap on Cory Booker to 10 points?
Well, I mean, you know, there are a variety of polls out there. Many of them have higher double digits than those. The reality is this is a very unique election in New Jersey history. I've been involved in New Jersey a long time. We have a special election in the middle of a week. We never had a Wednesday election. And a few weeks before all of the state house races, including the governor's race. So this is a very unique election. The bottom line is I'm sure Cory Booker is going to win. He's going to win by double digits.
Senator, you bring an interesting perspective to this because you spent a number of years over on the House side. I think you've got a good insight, certainly, of what is going on in this 11th hour before we hit default. I mean, I think we're headed for default. Why would I be wrong in my thinking? Your thoughts?
Well, Ed, I certainly hope not. And as a member of not only just the Finance Committee, but the Senate Foreign Relations Chairman, I can tell you globally this is rattling marketplaces across the globe. Today, China put out an editorial. This is an example of why we have to de-Americanize the world. You know, Mexico's consequences of our neighbor to the south rattling based upon what we're doing here. And this is true, you know, across the corners of the globe. And so it's almost unthinkable, except that here, 30 some odd hours before default, you have Republicans in the House playing with fire. I'm shocked and stunned at the betrayal of what was going to be a bipartisan deal here in the Senate by Speaker Boehner. And I see that Heritage Action just put out a tweet that said, vote against the proposal he's going to bring to the House floor, which is probably never going to pass in the Senate. So with 30 some odd hours away, I can understand why you feel we may default. I think it would be terrible for our country and have real consequences to everyday people here in the United States. So
you think the Tea Party is going to hold the line tonight? That there's going to be enough radicals over there that will say no to Boehner? Despite what the Senate does, there's been some progress over there in working in good faith. But, of course, this afternoon, Mitch McConnell said, hold on a second, Harry Reid, let's see what John Boehner's got. Well, what he's got is a day of capitulation, but now you're telling us the Heritage Foundation is saying to the Tea Party, don't vote for what Boehner's going to put out there. We're still right where we were 24 hours ago, if that's the case, Senator.
Yeah, we are, except that if ultimately the Tea Partiers torpedo Boehner's effort, then that should liberate Mitch McConnell to finalize the deal he had with Harry Reid, who was on the verge of making with Harry Reid, pass it in the Senate, send it over to the House, and Boehner's got to say, here's our last chance before default. And I think the consequences to the country are enormous. I hope he realizes the consequences they've already done to their party. But more importantly, to the country, it's already costing us more money just on the speculation of default and our standing in the world. It's not acceptable.
Senator Robert Menendez, great to have you with us tonight, sir. I appreciate your time. Thank you.